opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or messages posted in chat are strictly their own personal views and do not reflect the views of Bolin Services, Inc., a 501c3 nonprofit organization, nor does it reflect the views of the sponsors of this program. Political commentary, if any, are strictly personal opinions and should not be construed as endorsements of or opposition to any political party, candidate, or voter initiative by Bolin Services, Inc. This audio-visual presentation is copyrighted by Kenneth W. Bolin. No rebroadcast, retransmission, simulcast, or other distribution of this video or the audio associated with it is permitted without the express written permission of Kenneth W. Bolin. All original content on this presentation is owned in full and solely by Kenneth W. Bolin.
Warning, the following podcast has extremely high levels of Kenny Bolin. Studies have shown that excessive exposure to Kenny Bolin may have damaging effects to your physical and mental well-being. Viewer discretion is advised. No, seriously, we mean it. There will be naughty words, lots of them, probably. Now you've been warned. This warning sponsored by the Story Time with Dutch Mantel.
Welcome, wrestling fans, to WOW, World Organization Wrestling. My name's Ken Bolin, and I'm here with the Dean of Promoters, Nick Goulis, and his son, George Goulis. Nick, I'm sure the fans would like to know, you've been in semi-retirement now for the last 5 years. I'm sure they'd like to know what you've been doing and what you got planned for the future.
Well, I've been doing a lot of different things, Ken. I've been going here and there, watching matches in different cities. And in the last 6 to 8 months, I've been trying to get myself back to doing wrestling again. I've been asked by many, many people, when am I coming back to promoting wrestling? So after 45 years, it's hard to get out and quit. So I decided to come back, and I'm starting back wrestling right in this area real soon. And I'm glad to be on this station.
Well, you've brought a lot of talent from the old days that are real successful in the business now, and I understand you plan on bringing a lot of new talent in. One of those talents you've got sitting there, your son George, right there. George, what have you been doing?
Well, Ken, I've been wrestling 3 or 4 or 5 times a month, but now I'll be wrestling 3 or 4 times a week because my father's going back into wrestling. I referee high school basketball. Besides that, I play basketball 3 times a week. And, you know, not being my father, Nick Goulis, I like to mention on the other side of the ledger that Nick Goulis' name to pro wrestling has been around for a lot of years. It's like Babe Ruth is to baseball, Larry Bird is to basketball, and Bear Bryant is the football. And when you mention pro wrestling in this area, you think of Nick Goulis. And that's why I'm glad he's coming back. I'm glad to wrestle again full-time for him. And the talent he's been in contact with throughout the country the past several months, you're going to be surprised at the talent he's going to bring in here because he's talked to the best, and that's what he wants to bring in the best for WOW, World Organization Wrestling.
Nick, how long do you plan to stay in the area this time?
I'm going to stay indefinitely, Ken. As long as God lets me stay and live, I'm going to be here. And I hope to, you know, and like I said, I've started some of the greatest in the world in wrestling. Today, all over the country, wrestlers know Nick Goulis started a lot of them, and some of the biggest names, and we intend to start some more big names in wrestling. I'm not going to stop now at my age, regardless of that. But regardless of what goes on in wrestling, Nick Goulis will be here, I hope, for some time to come.
George, do you plan on doing a single wrestling tag team? Where do you seem to be looking towards now?
Probably single. In the past, I like to wrestle tag, but you know what old saying, if you wrestle a tag match, you get beat, you always blame your opponent for losing.
Right.
So if I'm going to get beat, I'd rather get beat inside I got beat myself. But I'll probably wrestle both, single and tag matches. And of course, when you wrestle either one, you're in there in a tough time in that squared circle. It's not an easy task to go in there and wrestle. No matter who you wrestle, you can't cut anybody short because they're in there to beat you too. And that's why I work out constantly and stay in good shape, because one thing about pro wrestling, you can't just sit there and say I'm going to win. You got to win in the ring.
Thank you, and we will be back next time on WOW, WOW, World Organization Wrestling.
Whenever you lose as a tag team, you blame your opponents.
You know, I tell you, every time I get my ass whooped, I blame my opponent every time.
Exactly.
Like, God
I've
damn.
been, well, you know, it's like, Shell, stop whooping me.
Yeah, quit beating my ass. I didn't do all that.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Starmaker Bolin Show. I am Bob Hazelwood, back from a lovely night of having people insult me for making a silly face on a photograph. That is the Coltrane off from a successful happy birthday show to JJ. Very fun show last night. If you weren't there, well, you missed something great. Watch
Yeah,
for
you
the
did.
replay.
Tuesday
Watch
night.
that replay coming up on Tuesday night.
Tuesday morning, I'm sorry.
Tuesday morning or night. You can watch it at night or the morning. It's up to
you can do it anytime. Do it anytime.
Kenny will be here soon. He's off primping himself and getting his pompadour to look exactly like he wants it to look.
Let's see. It better look like it was actually done by the time he gets in.
Yeah.
Last time it looked like somebody put him in the head like.
So, Train, you've been watching wrestling for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show you a picture of a wrestler, former wrestler, and
Right.
I want you to guess who this wrestler is.
All right. Oh God, that's Sonny after a hard life.
That is Tammy Sitch.
Oh my God.
Post wrestling career has not been strong for Tammy.
It's not been a good one.
She's gone through a lot, the drugs, the
Yeah.
alcohol,
A lot of
several
self-inflicted shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some wounds there. But
And by the time she decided to get naked, she was already fat. I was like, didn't nobody want to see that shit.
It was too late. Well,
yeah.
I think who was she? Was it her and Missy?
Missy Hyatt. Yeah.
And sorry, Missy, a little late for that too.
Yeah, she's a little past her playing time. Yeah.
But you got to hand it to them. They're still trying to hustle something out.
Well, especially Missy. She's on every damn thing lately.
Yeah, well, you know what? If people are willing to have her and she's willing to be out there, then whatever.
She seems like a cool hang,
Yeah, Sean Mowers. I never got a chance to meet Missy because she was dating Eddie at the time, Global, but Missy never came out. I guess she was married to Eddie at the time, but
was she married to John Tatum too at one point?
I think she dated John Tatum. I don't think she was married to John.
So she got around that particular locker room then.
She was a Mid-South staple. Let's put it that way.
There you go. I found a couple of VCR tapes that say GWF on it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to go look at those because I have a VCR in the closet. So I'm going to have to go see. Were you ever on camera? Did you ever walk across camera or anything?
I did a couple of, they had a segment where they would interview fans about the matches and stuff. And we had a couple of incidents where we were filming incidents before the matches had occurred.
Yeah.
So
people complain about the air conditioner.
Yeah, it's like, hey, what do you think about what Eddie Gilbert just did on the night that he debuted, right? So as we're taping these ahead of time, we kind of had to go, well, let's get someone who's aware of what's going up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a couple of fan interviews. I was ringing the bell at ringside for a good portion of the taping nights.
So there's glimpses of you probably.
You'd catch me a glimpse of me. The night that Tatum and Rod Price turned babyface, they turned against Akbar.
I remember that. Yeah.
I was helping Johnny back to the locker room and got tossed aside as he's
wailing away.
I'm like, no, I'm too old to take a bump. And that was a long time ago.
I was about to say that was a while ago.
Yeah. I was too old then to take a bump.
From what I remember, I know for a fact the North American tournament was on there. The TV tournament, that was the only strap I've ever seen with no side plates. It's just like, like they rushed it together.
Well, the TV belt eventually looked really sharp because
it
did.
WWF
logo. It had like an ESPN and a CBS and an NBC, and an ABC logos on the side of it. Looked really sharp, and I'm not a belt mark, but if I was gonna have a belt, that's probably the one that I would love to get my hands on.
Yeah, some of them are really nice, but yeah, there's some people that they have like a whole damn collection. I found in my closet, I still have the Winged Eagle somewhere, and I have the Ricky Steamboat Intercontinental Championship. Yeah. But I figured that's more of an asset. I'll sell that to a mark for double what I paid for it.
When the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame was still open in Wichita Falls, they had some actual tag team belts And it's just amazing how heavy those are. How
Yeah.
the replica belts are, just
Like
whatever,
5 to 6 pounds, but
yeah, these are like, when they say 10 pounds of gold, they mean 10 pounds of gold.
Sometimes they're
Heavy.
underestimating too.
Yeah, those puppies are heavy. So hey, Tyler TC from the NC's in the room.
Hey,
Billy
fellas.
Sellers in the room.
Billy
Sean
boy.
Moore's welcome there.
Shawnee.
Sydney Martin, good to see you.
Sydney.
Kenny will be joining us shortly. I have
still putting all that product in his hair.
Well, he's got to do this.
He's got to quaff and do that thing in the mirror. Shoot the quaff, shoot the cuffs.
Got to get himself looking all good. What do you think of paying? So there is a little bit of misconception with that.
Yeah.
The ESPN streaming service will be $30 a month, but if you have cable service, like you have DirecTV or you're already paying for cable, then that's going to be included in your cable package. So you don't have to pay extra. Like if you have DirecTV, then it's already included.
Huh.
So you won't pay extra for that, which means I'll probably end up dropping Peacock because I don't watch a lot of NBC programs, right?
I don't either.
That was really it.
Wrestling and Poker Face, which was really good, but I mean, I don't know if they're coming back or not. So
I'll keep Paramount because I love Star Trek, and I'm in the middle of a Deep Space Nine rewatch now. And I love that. So, but there's no point in either that or I'll get a VPN and just keep my Netflix and pretend like I'm in Canada.
There you go.
Watch it all on Netflix there. So
there you go.
Did you guys talk about SummerSlam on Tuesday?
Not a whole lot.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to remember what even happened. Oh yeah, Brock.
Brock was the big surprise at the very end. So I think it's hilarious. The WWE is obviously intent on feeding misinformation to the
that's exactly
journalists,
what I was thinking.
Because there was lots of articles in the weeks before SummerSlam about how Brock is banned from TKO.
Yeah, he's on the ban list. Can't come to UFC. Yeah.
And then he shows up, and how Seth's injury was so severe, he might not make it back till WrestleMania, blah, blah, blah.
I could tell as soon as he came out, because you can tell when somebody's legitimately trying to use crutches, because it's a little more fluid. But when you're trying to pretend to use crutches, you're kind of clunky.
It's hard to pretend to be hurt.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Well, and then Heyman standing there as Seth walks off, is a dead giveaway that something was going to happen.
Right.
So, and the whole point of the fake injury, again, from a booking standpoint, what's the point of it? How did that surprise anybody? Oh, he's not really hurt. Now, if he had been sitting at ringside with the old Kevin Nash in the wheelchair,
with the fake leg,
if he'd been sitting at ringside for weeks and weeks, injured, I can see where he's frustrated that he can't cash in, all that kind of stuff. That would make a little bit of sense.
Yeah,
but here's a story that just. It's what was the point of it? What was the point of the Hina babyface turn? You really could have waited till after the match to have that happen, right? You didn't have to have him go on a random SmackDown and go, "Hey, you know what? Sign me up for a street fight. I think I'll be a good guy now."
I hate to admit it, but Bubba Ray on Busted Open had a really, really good point about that. He said that he would have preferred Cody beat the old John Cena out of him in the middle of the match. And you see him kind of getting conflicted. And then by, 3/4 of the way through the match, he's full blown face again. Yeah. And that would have made more sense than just, hey, I'm a face again, guys.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you know what? You're right. I've been a jerk this whole time.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well,
after making a bunch of really good points about the fans, about how awful they treated them.
It just didn't make. And I get that the fans weren't buying the heel turn, right? They weren't, especially a guy like that. He's on his retirement tour. He's never been the heel before, or at least not in the last 15, 20 years, whatever. Yeah. He's not been a heel. They turn him heel for basically no. Shock TV for shock value
for a one-off, basically.
For a one-off, and then the fans still, they're like, we respect John Cena, the person, the performer. We're not going to buy into this. I mean, they did for like the first week, maybe.
Right.
And even then, I don't know how much that was piped in noise.
Exactly.
WWE is notorious for piping in stuff.
Seeing people on their asses where it sounds like they're on their feet.
It's like, it's a.
The crowd is going bananas.
Let's go see.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah, that happens to just come out perfectly every time like that.
Right. Well, and how many times have you heard chants in the arenas where the people, when it's a real, authentic, organic chant, they can't get their asses together. It's all like white people dancing, right? We can't get rid of them.
Eventually, it kind of clusters into it.
Kind of, sort of. But it all starts off with "Let's go, let's go."
Right.
Right. But every time a chant in the WWE starts up, it's
crisp and clean.
Crisp and clean. And well, and of course, there's probably not a small number of people in the arena who are paid to incite the crowds. Right?
Oh yeah,
they're plants. I mean, anytime you look and the camera always catches a guy who's going
exactly
super over exaggerated. They're kidding. Clip that too. Make fun of
like
that.
That brother at when Brock beat the Undertaker. That guy was.
Yeah,
like, he was like a grown ass man. Was that shocked? Like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I was stone faced, but my mouth wasn't wide open, and my
I was stunned by it.
Yeah.
I was surprised and stunned, but
it was like a surreal feeling. But yeah, I wasn't just like grabbing my cheeks and opening my mouth to where it unhinges and shit. What's up, Billy?
Say hello to some of our Filipinos. Baby.
Is that Jambi, damn it?
There's
Jinky
Kagamak. All right.
Is that Jambi?
No, I don't think so. It's Jinky.
Oh.
Jinky's a different one.
Oh, okay. They have similar last names then, huh?
They do. They do. I think all the Filipino names are made up. They're all bots anyway. We don't have anybody Filipino bots.
Bots and AIs.
So the Saturday night I thought was pretty blah. I wasn't real thrilled by any of it.
I came in late, as a matter of fact, because I didn't realize it started so early. It started at like 3 p.m. for me.
Yeah, way early because it was 6 p.m. Eastern. So, and then Saturday, I haven't watched it. I heard the table, ladders, and chairs match was fantastic.
Yeah, I still have to watch that.
But the Cody John Cena match itself was really good.
It was. It really was.
And they teased Cody doing a heel turn, but he wouldn't quite cross that line. He did unloaded and it's a street fight. You're supposed to use weapons.
Yeah.
How do you have a heel turn during a street fight?
Right.
You're doing what you're supposed to do, right? It didn't make any sense. But I thought that was a terrific match. The Brock thing was a surprise. That's
kind of where they lost me. Because it's like, where can you go from here?
Right. So, now, so you beat John, right? So now he's got 4 more months of what do you do with him?
Right.
You take him out of the title picture and you give him a 3-match set with Lesnar. And then
where he gets his ass whooped the first time, and then he avenges, and
then he ends it.
And
and then what do you do, right? So you probably got 2 more programs. So you got Lesnar, and you got how are you going to end it out? Do you end it with the program with Randy for old time's sake? Do you give him a program with somebody like Jacob Fatu or Solo that you're trying to elevate another person to kind of bring to that next level, next generation of star? Because a lot of WWE stars are in their 40s.
Oh yeah.
So that next generation has got to come up quickly and establish.
Yeah, it's going to be a wave. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think I heard you were talking about Carmelo Hayes, or somebody was talking about Carmelo Hayes as a potential next guy. But I
heard that on the
roster. Yeah, I look at the roster and I see the there's the established stars. There's a fairly established mid-tier, but that young group of, and I don't watch NXT, so maybe there's people in NXT that are ready to. I watch the pay-per-views because usually they put on really good matches, but I don't know the stories behind them.
Yeah.
But I don't know who's there ready to come up, but they've missed the boat with so many guys. I mean, LA Knight was super, super hot 2 years ago, and that ship has sailed as far as I'm concerned. He's still popular, but he's not that white hot guy that he was before.
When he's what, 42 now? He's
up there. Sami Zayn is up there.
Karrion Kross, I feel like they dropped the ball on him.
They dropped the ball on him. Well, it's like the fans have kind of forced them into giving the guy a little bit of push, but they bury him. They're like, here's your push, and he's going to lose every time.
Right.
So what kind of there's Jambi. See,
hey, Jambi.
Jambi and
okay,
Jinky. See, there you go. They're not the same. Not even close.
Yeah, I was about to say. I just saw the C and panicked.
JC. That's all. You hear a JC, and the first thing you think of is a Filipino, right?
Fill in your name, or fill in with the neurological, whatever the hell we do.
Something like that. Yeah, it's psychological.
It's like you can use numbers in the middle as long as the first and last letter are the same. And it's the same amount of the word. Your brain just fills that shit in.
That's why we use passwords that way, right? P 455 W0.
Or you spell 6 with a 6IX or some shit like that.
Yeah. It's just our brains can compensate that. And do it automatically. So
did they do that with Dustin Rhodes in WCW? They named him 7, but it was spelled 7EVEN or something like that.
Yeah, well, 6 when we went from X-Pac to Z-Pac to 6 to 9
to Sean Waltman.
oh, please. All right. Let's bring on the guy who attracts the
30 minutes.
Oh, my God. Off. The viewership is dropping like a rock. Oh,
my God. Just dropping to near nothing.
It was
now.
43.
It was at 40. Well, the curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah.
And why it's dropped off is that the big star wasn't here yet. Oh, speaking of big stars.
When you came in, it dropped off.
No. I was looking at the numbers. I've been backstage for quite some time.
Liar.
About 2 seconds. About 2 seconds. Oh, y'all just gotta
Photoshop in the numbers.
Y'all just stop making love with each other because we got kids watching the show tonight. And
it was good.
By the way, has Bobby Bangs over here? Has he apologized to Billy Sellers yet? Because I am just now getting here.
Now Billy on my show said they're good. So
to my good friend Billy Sellers,
I did tell Billy that he came through. So yes,
talk directly into the microphone. Right. Don't lean 40 feet to the back for your apology. You lean right into that microphone and you tell Billy Sellers how sorry you are there, Bobby Bangs.
Billy Sellers, I was wrong. You came through. You managed to do your donation, and we're very happy for it. We're
but you know what?
Shut up! I'm still apologizing.
All
we're
right.
proud to have you as a viewer on our show, a valued participant in the chat room. We really, really look forward to your interactions, and thank you.
Now you're overdoing it. My God, now you're overdoing it.
Can't win with this guy. Jesus.
What? But I am going to give you a chance to get your shit in, as I say. Karen McDonald never came through. Well, and we also said Karen McDonald was not going to, and he hadn't. He's out there in the limbo land right now, blocked, like what was going to happen to Billy.
If that could have been one of Jason's parlays, that would have been like 100%.
Man, I tell you what, I'd have bet 100 on that bad boy.
Oh, Karen McDonald has owed this show $200 on a bet. This wasn't a donation. He goes, well, King, I thought I was up to date on my donation. No. It was a bet. He bet on those Padres. He bet on the Padres. That should have been a lesson to you right there. He bet on the Padres. That didn't work out. Come on over on my show, guy. I didn't bring you over here, Billy, to recruit for your big time podcast. I mean, my God, just come on over, everybody. Just steal the talent. I feel like Donald Trump. People coming to Mar-a-Lago stealing talent. They stole my girl. She was underage, but hey, but we're not here to talk politics tonight. until we get there. Till we get there. And like I said, I've been a little shy and a little bashful on this show for quite some time, and I don't like to brag about myself, but my God, Paul Heyman, did y'all see what he did?
What he did?
He was on a show recently. I don't know. I think it was Raw because I watched Raw and Cody for one of the very rare times to watch the whole thing. He was in that ring, that big tub of goo, calling himself the greatest manager of all time. What has he done to lay claim to that title? Who has he elevated from dirt?
Was it PN News? I can't remember.
Well, he had Brock.
Oh, he's coattail rode a lot of people. I'll grant him that.
But when he had Cesaro didn't become a bigger star. When he had
Ryback,
that would have been a talent. He could have done that. I forgot he had him.
Who was
Bless Bob for knowing he managed him. I didn't
Curtis
know
Axel.
Joe Hennig. I remember you. Perfect.
Joe Hennig, yeah.
Michael McGillicuddy.
Has he had all those?
Yeah.
Well, those were
Name me
they were like feeding.
Name me the ball I ever dropped. I don't know. I'm just sitting here thinking back. Name me the ball I ever dropped.
Your left one?
No, I dropped both of those.
Okay.
Quit making the shows of it. Now, I want to know why the guy that looks like Shamar, the guy that looks like Charlie Wilson, has the darkest room. Look at me. You would think at 65 and a half years old as of September that I'd be the ugliest guy here. I got the brightest room. What the hell? Coltrane sitting over there in a dark tunnel somewhere, like Batman hanging upside down, eating Maz or something.
Yeah, I do see it on the screen now. That is dark. Hang on a second.
It's very dark, very dark. We got to brighten it up over there a little bit. We got to sell the Shamar.
There we go.
We got to sell there. That's a little better. That's what we got to sell the Shamar is what we got to do.
Becky Adcock just woke up. She'll be joining the show any
second.
Geez,
she'll be on any minute now.
Becky Adcock. Shout out to my sponsor. I dropped in at Jimmy John's live and in person today. Signed all kinds of autographs. About 250, I think. Oh. No one took any. No one took any, but I signed a lot. Oh, the Rat Boy's here. Look at Rat Boy. Freeloading, as I can see. Hey, Rat Boy, would it kill you to crawl over there on your little, what do we call a rodent? Crawl over there on your little rodent belly over to YouTube, get a membership for a measly $3. $3. Would that be asking too much to do?
$2.99 actually.
$2.99. It's not even $3. Rat Boy, just crashing in here at the show. Well, he's found the big time show. And I want a little bit more respect because I am a two-time Netflix series television star, and I am to be treated as such. Sucker, thank you. And I went over there and did Rat Boy's, what were they, the PWI Insiders and In the Room and all that. And I did them a personal favor. I went over there fresh. I showed up over here for the premiere of Jimmy John's as a sponsor. See the logos everywhere? Mm-hmm. I showed up over here worn out, tired, and still tried to put on a hell of a show, but they got a good show. And I haven't got my PayPal donation from them yet either. So that better be, the three of y'all better be fumbling around in your pockets and figuring out a way to make a PayPal donation.
Flipping over cushions and shit.
Because you had a 2 times Netflix star. Now, speaking of Netflix, I watched the movie.
He's already Kieran McDonald in you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God, yeah. Karen McDonald said next week for a year and a half, and it never showed up. So shout out to Kenny. Kenny treated me like gold up there today, the general manager of Jimmy. I didn't even tell him I was coming. I just dropped in for a surprise inspection, being the new big deal in this town, and I'm only 2.2 of a mile away. When he came out the door to deliver my food, we could have threw ball back and forth at each other, and we'd probably caught the ball. If he'd have thrown one my way, I'd have got it eventually, because it would have rolled downhill to Cherokee Road is what it would have done. But no, I met his staff. I met Nene today. Nene's the one that put the deal together, and also some other things in the works. The Arby's JJ's umbrella is mighty large, and we're going to be in talks very soon, maybe tomorrow, with Dairy Queen. Now, I do love me I love a good Dairy Queen burger, but my favorite thing there is so simple and easy. The sausage and gravy biscuits.
I just think ice cream when I think Dairy Queen.
Well, ice cream is good too, but
strawberry
that leads me somewhere else you might like. We're also under the Baskin Robbins umbrella. We're under the Dunkin' Donuts umbrella, and Jimmy John's let me to know that moving right next door to them, from a nail salon that moved elsewhere, there's going to be a Buffalo Wild Wings moving in.
Ooh,
Yep.
And that's under their umbrella right there.
some wings, ice cream, and donuts.
Oh my God! I
Yeah.
mean, I'd
And
gotten down to I'd
Sonic
gotten to the
Running is
350s, but I may not stay there long. So
Yeah.
I promised, with no further ado,
I could use 15 pounds.
I kind of
You can have it from me. I'll be happy.
let's see. Now some of the stuff I've already rifled through the bag and I put it away.
No shit.
They loaded me. Well, I haven't eaten anything yet, but they loaded me up again today. I still had food left over from the other show. So let me see what we got in here. They wanted me to sample something tonight. And what we're going to sample, this should be, I found out when I opened it, I think this is the chicken wrap. And if Kenny's in here watching the show tonight, if it's got a very specific name and he wants to type it in here, but this is that SOB I almost cussed because we don't do that over here.
Not at all.
That SOB is probably 3/4 of a pound. And this is half of a sandwich. Because they got the 16-inch ones over there. Now those 16-inch monsters they got, they sent me home with one of those today. You can cut those in 4 slices, and every slice is a meal. But for me, anyway. Now, Cam Moron that was sitting over here the other day, Cam Moron could probably try to shove the whole 16-inch in his mouth at one time and come close to eating it. But the monster sandwich is about $20 if you get it made the way you want it. And it's 4 meals. So $5 a meal, that ain't so bad. So I'm going to try that in just a second. But there's something else in here that we didn't get the other night.
See, he done popped on as soon as you said something. Man, there's Kenny.
There he is.
There's Kenny too.
Well, I texted him and he said, "Well, Kenny, I'm asleep. We got these two jabronis in here taking up your show." And no, as a matter of fact,
I know damn well he ain't say that.
He's trying to make it to where you can go to Compton and get a hookup because he's Kenny from Compton. In case y'all didn't know. And Bob, we got to do something to get you and your father at a Jimmy John's near you. What is the closest Jimmy John's near you, Bob, in Dallas?
Well, I'll tell you,
James Jonathan's.
Jimmy John's.
The jalapeno chips. I didn't try those last time. I tried the regular and the barbecue. But I love jalapeno chips. I guarantee you these are going to be pretty good.
Oh, I love how they taste. They just don't like me back.
Well, I don't care if they like me. This is, oh my God. This is the pumpkin cheesecake cookie.
Oh my God.
And this is brand new. And he had it in there today. I said, well, it wouldn't hurt you if you just threw one of those in the bag. So I got this, the chocolate chip and the oatmeal raisin. I haven't eaten any of them yet, I promise. And I'm looking forward to trying that on the show because Cam Moron's in here looking for a meal. King, why didn't you tell me you were going live with a sack of Johns over there?
I thought that's what we were talking about. When
I told you, I didn't tell you for the sea salt vinegar. I haven't tried those yet, but that'll be the next time.
I'm good, bro. Thanks for asking.
He also told me about a sandwich they got, Kenny did, called the gargantuan. For those that just like the meat, they don't want the lettuce and all the
don't want the shit that you feed to your meat.
That's good. I like that. If you don't want the stuff you feed to your meat, it's called the gargantuan. And I got a family member that's really going to like that.
See, that's probably an ad that needs to happen, right?
Probably needs to happen. If you don't want the stuff that you feeds to your meat, then this is the sandwich you can't defeat.
There you go.
I'm a poet and didn't know it. But the pumpkin spice, that could be the main event of the night. It was all I could do not to eat that in the restaurant while I was up there. And no, I purposely kayfabed Cameron tonight because the last time I was here, he was rifling through that bag. King, look at this. There's like 5 sandwiches in this bag. Yeah, and there's going to be 4 when you leave.
Like a kid.
He ain't hauling out here. He was putting them in his pocket. He was putting them in his jacket. I didn't even know he wore a jacket, but he was trying to line it with sandwiches. And what else we got here? Oh, we also have the That's what I said was better than sex, and I'm sticking with it. That's the fudge brownie. Bob will agree with me.
Hey, well, I've had fudge brownies, so
you've had fudge brownies in the last 35 years. And I don't know who nibbled on this one. Here's another fudge brownie in here. Somebody must have nibbled on that one. I always love to have sex during the show, so here we go.
There you go.
And now I'm going to get to this amount.
Cue the music.
Is that a good looking bag? I was the envy of the neighborhood today when I pulled up about 4:30. I pulled up and I get out of that car and everybody was eyeing that big Jimmy John's bag. Everybody wanted to be my friend. People that have not helped me in 8 years wanted to help me up the steps. Hey, King, can I get you up on the porch? King, do you mind if I come in and hang? No. You ain't coming in. You ain't coming up on the porch. The only reason you're here is because you see this Jimmy John's bag, and I'm not going to have you. Hang on. I'm not going to have you befriending me just so you can eat my big bag of Jimmy John's food. I'm not going to have none of it. Come here, Cal. Oh, look, so, Cal wanting to be my.
Do you be bumping down the street in that the car of yours? Got the bass going.
I got out of the car, and I just held that bag up like, pardon me, Kenny, I'm getting ready to dirty it up a little bit. Look at me, bitches. Look what I got. That's what I said. And I got the QR code right there.
You know what? You should build one of those things like they had for King Mabel, like one of those things that 6 people have to get up underneath. And they got to carry you around.
Oh, my Lord. Sandwiches. Oh, so now I'm bigger than King Mabel. So that's what I
said. You were bigger. I said one of those things like King. I think
one of those like what King. One of those like they hauled a 700-pound man around in. That's
I think Haku had one.
Oh, they double. Oh, here we go. Oh, he did me a big favor. He cut this big bad boy in half because I didn't want to look like a big old pig on here just slopping around.
Yeah, but you didn't
jamming his sandwich down my throat.
So now you're going to have 2 sandwiches.
Now I'm going to have 2. Trust me, Bob, most normal human beings other than Cam Moron, half of this is a pretty good meal. No, I'm not going to eat the whole thing on the show like Cam Moron did. Kenny was up there at the store today. He said, who was that big clod you had sitting there? Did you realize he ate all that food before you even got 2 bites? I said, yeah, I know. I saw it.
He changed his name to Hoss.
And then he goes into the kitchen, rifling through the bag. King, 5 sandwiches. You're ready for 4 when you leave. All right, here we go. This is the Jimmy John's chicken wrap. Now, hang on. Before I take a bite, look at that. Look at that. That's half the sandwich.
Yeah.
And that's half of a half.
I had a Jimmy John's chicken wrap on Saturday. It was really
good.
Did
you?
I did. It was good.
Had one on Saturday. Well, obviously you didn't tell me about it, but you haven't spoke to me since Saturday since you besmirched our friend Billy Sellers.
Well,
since you besmirched Billy Smellers, you've been in hiding a little bit.
I was going to
say Smellers.
Billy Smell. That's a good name. I like that. You already beat me to it. You already have one of these. All right.
Good.
Is it rude to eat during your podcast? I hope so.
Is that the kicking chicken wrap, or is that the other chicken wrap?
Oh my God, that's the kicking chicken.
Mm-hmm. It's just the yard bird wrap.
Oh my God,
the kicking one is really good. It's got a nice spice to it. And
you really had one of these the other day?
Yes, I had one Saturday.
God dang!
Why would you lie?
Because they're a sponsor. So
there you go.
I could lie for that.
My God!
I had a big old 32-incher.
Kenny, I'm telling you now. I did not try this before the show, as you can see, because I was surprised it was in 2 pieces. The kicking chicken is the way to go. That's good. That's good. Kenny, what's the price on this? What's the price on this for our Louisville market? And I think your address is, if I'm wrong, correct me. Is it 976 Baxter Avenue? They're the last building on the left when you come up on Walgreens drugstore on the left. You can pull up just a little bit more and you see Jimmy John's. You see Great Clips, which I'm going to be talking to them too. And then I think right next door, got to feed the train. Train ain't going to argue with that. Train ain't going to argue.
Never argue with being fed.
He will not. And Cameron's probably in the car right now on his way over here, hoping he can get here before the podcast ends and hoping I didn't lock the door. Oh my God!
Park all crooked in your yard.
He told me he was going to kick this up a bit. And I'm thinking, yeah, sure you are. Damn. I love the spicy Italian, but it's good. Now, if I'm just going in and I'm getting one sandwich that day, it is hard to choose between the chicken kicking and that spicy Italian. Oh my God. And they got the monster version of that. My God. Let me clean up a little bit, folks. I told him he wasn't getting the 45-minute infomercial tonight like he got the other night, but I guess he
come close. Yeah, you.
I guess he is. We have a Jen Wilson. Billy, are you on here promoting other restaurants? Like
no,
it's a Jimmy John.
Jimmy John's in Wilson, North Carolina.
Oh,
spacing is tough for Billy. You know, I think
spelling's hard.
He's probably typing a little phone like this, and
comedy's hard too.
All right.
Bob, and you'd be happy to know that he loves sex and brownies too.
I said I was done eating this. Guess what?
You ain't done.
Well, now you're not gonna. Well, you were done eating that one. Now you're gonna eat.
Well, it's
the
like
other
Pringles. You can't.
No,
just
no,
eat
I'm still,
one.
I'm still in the first half. My God, Bob, how can we go a day in our lives without having one of these during the day sometime? How are we going to do it?
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
know what? I think if back in ancient Egypt, when the Israelites were led out of slavery by Moses, and God
Yeah.
gave them manna, if He had given them Jimmy John's, they'd have never ever have turned away from it.
They may
Never.
not have. They may not have. And my first ever Jimmy John's drink, we did not have him send drinks here the first time. But I saw Jey Uso. Why are you Team Maker? You show up one time in the last 6 months and you're talking
trouble.
about past sponsorship. Blaze is not going to take too kindly to you asking where Bear Nose went. Why did Bear Nose go away? Why did Bear Nose go away? We had a reason.
You just never went there very often. That was the biggest piece of it.
Well, we went there from time to time, but
Well, didn't they quit
something
offering? They quit
Who was
offering.
the other?
them
It started with
like that?
there was two pizzas that you were very high on. It was Bear Nose, and then
Wix.
Wix was the other
Oh,
one,
Bear
right.
Nose, and I bet Kenny from Compton knows. You guys are amazing. You will forever throw that up there. That looks like a compliment. We don't get names here.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
You guys are amazing. You will forever have my business. I'm here to. Well, thank you, and you do,
That's
Kenny.
good,
You
yeah.
do. And oh, by the way, something else, and I think Kenny knows this, but we're going to make it official here. He's got a sweet girl up there that introduced me to him for the second time. We just didn't know it. Nene, they call her Nene. If you
I
know
got a cousin
her real
named
first-
Nene.
You got, wouldn't you now?
Yeah. Her
Kenny
real
from
name's
Compton.
Karen.
From Karen.
I
She
would see
told
why
me her
she would
real
go
name
by
today.
Nene now.
She told me her real name today. Maybe it was it Desiree? I don't know. I'm so horrible. I remember Nene though. I remember that. And she has a very important story she wants to tell about something that happened to her mother back in 1990. And she says, I've never got a chance to tell my story, and I would be honored if you'd let me do it on your show. So we had a lengthy conversation at the table up there. I was up there for quite a while. Kenny didn't think I was going to leave because every time I looked off to my left, I'd find something else I'd ask Kenny to put in the bag. He said, you need to leave, mofo. And so we're going to have a special, I hope you don't mind, Coltrane. Let me know what nights you do not go live on Wednesday. I'm going to have a special Wednesday night show that we have Nene and some of her family members on to talk about what happened to their mom in 1990. I'm not going to.
Well, just let me know when you want to do it, and I'll work around that.
I think
Well,
Latanya.
I was. It was not Desiree. It's Latanya.
Oh, you were close.
I was in the ballpark. A, B, C, D. No, I was way off.
Desiree.
All right, I won't forget it anymore until I get off the show.
Talking
Latanya,
about a train ride, Billy.
very sweet lady, but I want to do it on a Wednesday night when the train wreck is not running his show. And then we're going to have Latanya, Nene, and some of her family members on to tell their story. We'll tell it here because she knew of my story with Adrian Reynolds. And obviously everybody around here knows the story of Breonna Taylor, which if it weren't for Breonna Taylor, I might not know that much about Jimmy John's. They were giving out free sandwiches to all the protesters. For those of you that wonder where Jimmy John's aligned themselves with out there and podcast troll land.
Yeah. You know who you are.
You know who you are. And trust me, if they were that type of person and had that type of ilk, they wouldn't be handing out free sandwiches at a Breonna Taylor march on my street here on Cherokee Road. So that is how, thanks to Breonna Taylor, is how, a shame it had to happen that way. But we're going to share some stories. My Adrian Reynolds story will be mixed in there, but we're going to focus on her family. And she wants us to tell a story about what happened in 1990. So we're going to pick a Wednesday night in probably a couple weeks. And we're just going to dedicate the show to her and her family. It'll be sponsored only by Jimmy John's that night. That gives us a couple of weeks just to come up with a show that only has their logo, or we can take that down and just throw up the big one. Jimmy John's.
Throw me a date, and I'll change my night for that. Yeah, for that week.
Jimmy, it'll probably be a couple weeks, and because I want to give her family members time to get in, they want to send me friend requests on Facebook so we can get out links to the show and everything. And I thought I'd be honored to do it. I'd be honored to do it. And give me a drink of my Jimmy John's drink here. They have Coca-Cola products though, in case you're wondering. I had to specify that.
I barely know who belongs to who anymore.
You know what? I asked today who Mountain Dew belongs to, and I would have guessed wrong. Mountain Dew's Pepsi, and I would have been
guessed,
wrong.
yeah.
It just kind of
Sprite
feels
is
like
the Coke. Yeah, Sprite is the
well,
Coke.
but Mountain Dew and Sprite aren't anything alike.
Somebody changed their name. One of those white sodas.
White sodas.
Well, you
Those
did the
white
clear.
sodas. You should have known it'd be one of them white sodas.
You know they be changing their name goddamn time.
Just changing their name. Well, JD Vance has had 3 names in like 5 years. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did.
3 names in 5. I don't know what the deal is with that. I had 2 in 60 years.
I want to say it was Sierra Mist is called something else now.
Sierra Mist, yeah.
Sierra Mist is now called Starry.
Starry, yeah.
Oh, it's the same thing. I've seen Starry. I didn't realize it was formerly known as Sierra Mist. Because
Sierra Mist sounds better than Starry.
Now, is Sierra Mist Coke or is that Pepsi?
Sierra
it feels
Mist
like Coke.
Pepsi?
I'm wrong again. I'm 0 for 2 on drinking.
Yeah, Sprite's with Coke.
It was, yeah, and look at Cameron with all. Cameron, where's your? I almost used that F word. Where's your freaking membership, Cameron? You come over here, you eat all my food. You got an invite to come up there anytime you want. I got that shut down today, by the way. I said, Kenny, I don't mean to tell you how to manage your restaurant, but allow me to tell you how to manage your restaurant. Don't give him an open pass.
Yeah.
You may have screwed up giving me one.
Tell him he can come at the end of the night when you're cleaning up and just give him.
But I have it. Oh, and here's another great thing that a lot of restaurants don't do these. Listen to this. This is another great thing up here at Baxter Avenue that you can do at Jimmy John's that a lot of restaurants don't do these days. Here's that 45-minute infomercial I told him he wasn't getting. You can walk in and dine in right up to close to 11 o'clock.
What?
And he won't be out in front of the Jack in the Box shooing you away, just waving me in. Any redneck can come in. and oh, by the way, they got a great relationship with Bellarmine University. Maya and a couple of family members of mine graduated from Bellarmine University. And all y'all go, oh my God, look at that.
Nice.
Oh God. Cameron's in his car now. He's just trying to beat the 11 o'clock curfew. Oh my God.
I'll be in Louisville sooner than later.
But no, Kenny had a cool hat on today too. I'm going to try to describe it. It was like a straw cowboy hat, shaped a little similar to yours, but it's got the big JJ logo right in the middle. And looked pretty cool. Now, my head
kind of curl in a little bit more.
Yeah. My head couldn't pull it off, but I bet you would look pretty good in one of those. I don't know that Bob can pull off the.
I call it the Brett Michaels style.
Yeah, and I'm going to throw myself in that category as well. I don't think this head is cowboy hat friendly.
Well, now, if you get a Hoss Cartwright style, that might work for you.
Oh well.
We've seen the picture of that.
We had a picture of me. Do we still have that floating around of me on a donkey?
It's in there somewhere.
I don't know. We've deleted
That's right. It was on Festus's donkey, wasn't it?
Billy Sellers likes Coke Zero. Well, they probably have that up there at the Jimmy John's. I tell you what. While Kenny's here, because I don't want to keep him up like his Kenny.
There we go.
Oh, there it is. False Bolin on his donkey. Borrowed from Festus. Borrowed from Festus. What do you think about that, Kenny? What if I come riding that into Compton? How do you think I'll be welcome in Compton? Riding that donkey into Compton? They'll welcome me right in. Big smile on my face. All I got to do, Bob, is get a JJ logo. Get a JJ logo on that hat. But Kenny goes
put it on the vest, like a star, like a badge.
Well, there you like a badge. It's like a badge of honor. Like a badge. I was milking me getting out of the car with this big giant ass Jimmy John's bag today. Coming up, just holding it up like I had a trophy. Like, ain't nothing the rest of you packing your big bag.
Dad gummit.
Dad gummit, yeah. Here we go. Let's do it because I want to get this in before Kenny's got to go to bed. He says he needs that. Is there any way? Do we have anybody that has the capability? Kenny, you took my. I did. I got it shut down. Is there any way we can take that picture down so I can show this cookie before Kenny can go to bed?
Yes, we can.
It's not looking like it.
There you go. We have the technology.
No. Give me the big screen for this one. Give me the big. Y'all box up, son. Box up like your ball players. Not you, Bob. You. All right.
Hold on. Wait. Here. Hold on. There you go.
Oh, boom. There we go. All right. This is the pumpkin. Let's get it up here. The pumpkin cheesecake cookie. Kenny's still in here, but he's got to get up 6 o'clock in the morning to run the big ship up there. So I don't want to make it too late.
I guess I get up at 6 too.
I got a feeling I'm going to like this even better than the chocolate chip, but I will give you my honest opinion. So here we go. Let's break off a big chunk of this. Cameron is just so mad right now.
I love anything with cheesecake in it. Yeah, the humming says it's good.
We got that kind of marshmallow feel in the middle. There you go. As I break it apart.
Ooh.
See the marshmallow stuff?
No, that looks scrumptious.
Filipinos are going, aren't you supposed to be raising money for food for us? Yeah, I am.
Nah. Speaking of which, have we gotten any donations?
I was about to say, we got donations tonight.
I haven't looked yet, to be honest with you.
Come on, people, greatest nation in the world, the donations.
Kenny. I don't know how many of those you got in stock, but you're going to need some more.
Just send them
Go
over.
ahead and box them bad boys up and ship them out.
How many do you have? Send them over.
How many you got? I'm 2/10 of a mile away, and I got a donkey that'll come up here and pick them up.
Well, now Cameron, if he says it 2 more times, it's his, so then it becomes a word.
Marshmallow isn't a word. Yeah, it is. Marshmallow. It's
a word now. It's official.
Trademarked Kenneth Bolin.
Very marshmallow.
Pending.
Yeah.
You know what? Somebody made up all the other words that we use. Why can't I make up a few? Who's this Webster clown? Who the hell's Webster?
Oh, Mr. He was that little short kid that lived with the big white family.
With Alex Karras.
Yeah, they're
yeah. This is so he knocked his mule out though. This is so creamy and so chewy.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, he knocked it out.
Yeah. What was he, Mongo?
I don't know what it did, but he just balled up and knocked that horse out. It wasn't a donkey, it was a horse, but
I can't remember what it did, but yeah.
Kenny,
I do remember that.
Kenny, the chocolate chip is good. As a matter of fact, it's great. I got one sitting right here.
Wow.
As long as you have those in, we be good. Oh my God.
You might just have to change your pants, huh?
Well, I just did. Oh no, that's the fudge brownie. Yeah, the cookie, the chocolate chip cookies. That's the fudge brownie. And that. Oh my God, that's a hard call. That if you just want something in your mouth that tastes good, the fudge brownie. What? The fudge brownie.
Nothing.
What a filthy. Thank God the Filipinos do not get that type of humor.
Oh, I know. Rule. That's kind of why.
As a rule, they do not get that. Cameron says it. Throw Kenny's comment. Cameron says it.
It's war. I'll take away.
It's war. Yeah. Well, he's pretty strong too. I hate to tell him that because he loves to tell everybody how strong he is.
Loading up right now, like on "I'm gonna get you, sucker." When he put on all those bullets and slipped at
the cookie is not surviving the show.
Doesn't look like it was going to.
Half of the kicking chickens are gonna be
comedy
lucky
is
too.
hard. Let's just say that again. So
Comedy
Cameron thinks the smartest man in the world, Webster Dictionary, would be hilarious as a gimmick. Stupid as all hell. So funny. He would have to use very large vocabulary, very loquacious in his speech, and kind of talk like Nick Bockwinkel the entire time.
Remember how Terry Taylor used to come up with all those stupid ass names where it was like building.
Disco Inferno ratted him out that he was proud of Hugh Morris and all these stupid.
That actually, Hugh Morris was actually kind of good, but the other was General Rection and I can't remember the other ones. What were they called? Men at war or something like that.
Men without hats.
Knights.
We can dance if we want to.
And Chavo was something on there too. I can't remember what he was. It was just ridiculous. Booker was GI Bro.
To take away the temptation of me eating that other half of that chicken sandwich and what little bit I got left, the kicking chicken, I'm gonna wrap it up to take away the temptation. I got my drink.
And then run back and get it.
Got my drink.
I'll do that shit. Put it in the refrigerator.
By the way, Cameron, there are 3 8-inch spicy Italians in the fridge right now.
And you can't have any of them.
My name's Sugar Bear, and you can't have any. Do you remember that commercial?
Oh, yeah.
My name is Sugar Bear.
He was always all cool.
There's my sweet little friend. Her name.
Can't get enough of that golden crisp.
Now, somebody showed me, I think it was Cameron showed me a trick to where you can use Google's Translate. No, get your
not necessarily a trick, but yeah.
Get your ass back in the house, son, and feed your Great Dane. Her name is Kimberly. Oh my God, he found the AI generator to try to make himself look decent. That didn't work. But yeah, that's Kimberly on Facebook over there. Hi everyone, thank you. Now we've helped 3 or 4 families, as Bob can attest to, because I didn't want them to wait till Sunday to get their help. We got Jambi 40 kilograms of rice because she never buys a lot of. She 2 and 5 kilograms me to death. So I sent her, I think 1,800 pesos. I said, find you a 50 kilogram bag of rice for about this price. She
What is
found
a kilogram? 2.5 pounds, something like that.
2.2.
Thereabout.
2.2. Okay.
50 kilograms is about 110 pounds, give or take.
Okay.
So she found a 40 kilograms. So then she wrote me, and I think I sent you all the screenshot of it. She says, Kenny, there was a neighbors next door to me, and their kids were crying because they didn't have any food, and I could not let them go without food. I said, well, you do have 88 pounds of rice sitting in your living room. You're normally lucky to have 2 to 5. So no. And she was wondering if I'd get mad at her if she gave him rice. I said, no. She said, well, good, because I already did. I said, well, all right. Good to get post permission. That's always good. So no, and so what I told her I was going to do was try, and there's Dave Martinez still with no badge. But he
second
did
show in a
donate
row
60,
where that was brought up too.
He did donate $65 here a while back, which we appreciated. I don't know why he refuses to get a badge and be cool. Cameron.
Maybe he's just not a conformist.
Cameron, you're corporate, son. You're corporate.
You have to have a badge.
Your office, as Cornette used to say about me when Brock Lesnar would want to beat me up. He's office. Can't touch office. Thank
All right,
God.
brother.
Yeah. Good night, Kenny. Thank you so much, man. And much love to you as well, man. What a
Have a good one.
great
Man.
relationship we're going to have as long as you don't lock the doors when you see the big white Volvo pull in. And
I thought you were
find
going to
out-
say something about yourself. Big white.
I got the big white boy comes rolling in. No, Bellerman's got a great relationship with them too. They had a few of their students come in, getting their food up there. He tells me that they advertise during their sporting events and trying to get involved with Bellarmine night basketball, and which I think is a great idea because those Bellarmine kids got a few extra bucks anyway. They're not looking to
Is
be
that a
cooking
private
anything.
college
They're-
or what?
And as a matter of fact, I was looking up on Kenny's menu today. They got some $11.29 combo meals that are cheaper than some of these stuff you get at McDonald's. No offense to McDonald's, but compete.
Oh,
guys.
they ain't cheap no more.
No, they are not.
Nor do they have anything grilled anymore. Everything
I'll
is
get a
fried
badge,
now.
but it might have to wait to the 32nd of. Oh, now he thinks he's
February.
Cameron,
Now,
Cameron.
Comedy's
Uh-oh.
hard.
not only
Comedy-
comedy's hard.
comedy
Guess what,
is
Cameron?
comedy's very hard.
Time out, baby. Time out, baby.
You little bitch.
Oh,
Yeah, you think because you're corporate that you get a right hand seat by the
the
Jimmy
view
John
never
back.
changes, baby.
That, by the way, I'd have a lot more food in my refrigerator had you not been here, by the way. I don't know why Kenny likes you. No, David. Badgeless members are never over.
And
Unless they donate
we did
$65
hear
a
about
show.
the man who took his life.
Yeah.
right? And he was on the
Thank you
podcast.
so much, Dad. I am
Last
here
week.
during school. I do have a couple of kids that need uniforms. I told
Is that
the kids
Angeline?
that's Angeline.
Angeline.
Angeline?
Probably Angeline,
Angelina.
I guess.
Mm.
I chat her every now and then. We've helped her family recently. We've helped Kimberly recently. And I've told them, I said, we're trying to help some of you guys as much as we can, but we cannot keep this pace up, not at the current donation level. There's only so much we can do. Now, maybe if we get some big boys aboard, we are going to be talking with Jimmy John's corporate in the near future. The Jimmy John's we deal with is franchise. Blaze is franchise. The Arby's I deal with is franchise. Now, if we can get corporate involved, realizing what we do, and as a matter of fact, I pointed out to Jimmy John's today, I said, if we didn't sell one box of food for you, we're still a 501c3. We're still feeding hungry people in Louisville metro area, where you are. And we're also feeding our Filipino families which we've been doing for 14 years before we were a 501c3. So we're doing good things that's tax deductible anyway. Apparently lots of companies are looking for places to do tax deductible donations at the end of the year. And hopefully a lot of these places that we have lined up will look to us to do some of those donations, especially at the end of the year. Anxious to see what we can get Anthony Scaramucci to do for us when he comes on August 28th. By the way, Jimmy John's wants to be a big sponsor of that. They want to cater that day as well, coming up August the 28th. And that might be Gargantuan Day. I don't know. Might have to spicy Gargantuan. That sounds pretty good. So let me check the phones. There was one fan that wrote me. that wanted to know what my book cost, and I told him. He said, "Does it
Spicy
count as a
Gargantuan is Train's porn name, by the way.
He says, you are not going to believe this. All this, and we don't have one donation.
Oh man,
Really?
we've gone
Oh,
for
shit.
an hour.
This was entertaining as
Hour,
hell
man.
too.
And a
You got to
good
be kidding me.
show. Come on.
Well, let me block a couple of these. Oh man, I get so many of these
shit.
phishing emails. I don't know why they don't go to junk or somewhere, but they don't. We do
Pretending
not
to be a
have
bank or some shit.
We do not have one. Well, I take that back. Robert Palmer from England earlier. So we don't have any U.S. money. Let's put it that way.
Irresistible.
Robert Palmer from earlier today donated $10 at about 2 o'clock today, but that was based on the last show he saw. But no, we do not have $1 in the house, and we've been on an hour.
You
and
know
like
what?
Screw. And like Coltrane says, this has been some pretty entertaining shit for nobody to donate anything to feed our families. And I already spent at least $100 yesterday.
Hell, there's football tonight. We don't need this.
Is there football? Who's playing tonight?
I don't know. It's preseason.
Maybe that's why we ain't doing shit. I don't know.
It's preseason though.
A lot of people in here. God, I get as worked up for preseason as I do.
I like watching the first 3 or 4 plays to see like how the starters look, and then after that, I'll change the channel.
After that, there ain't a whole hell of a lot to see, is there?
Cheerleaders, maybe. I don't know.
But yeah, one guy said he was buying a book tonight, and I said, yeah. So I count those as once the book is paid for and the shipping's paid for, then the profits go to help the families.
Are those still on Amazon right now?
They're still on Amazon, but if you want one signed by me, you got to go through me to get it, and they're $35. Now, if you want one not signed, I'll tell you ahead of time. You can go to Amazon, spend $15 or $20 and get one, and they're not signed. So when I die, you're screwed. Could be tomorrow. You never know.
The word.
Well, as normal, we got one guy trying to save the show. Let me see. Randy the Macho Man Satterley, $20 challenge. He said, let's at least get $100 in here.
How much did he give?
$20.
Oh.
20 more than we had.
True.
And if the young man that said he was going to, David, didn't I do $65 last year? Yeah, you did. Yeah. So we got 25, and I need to help Eunice get a legal ID for her school and to pay their water bill. That is going to be about $38 for that. The kid needs a legal ID because she needs her own Gcash account to where she doesn't rely on her mother's. Her mom's been having a tough way to go. We've been doing everything we can to help, but you have to.
Now look at this pot calling the kettle black.
Pot and kettle. That's your new tag team, Cameron. Pot and kettle.
Which one's which?
Come on. Billy did send $150 the other day.
That's right, Cameron.
Now it was an old debt on a John Cena poster, but at least he's in the right direction. And once he pays his $90 balance, because he said he wants to come on the show, I said, well, let's not get carried away, Billy. Once you pay your $90 balance, I'll be happy to let him come on the show and he can promote his show. We're not jealous over here. We have no competition, and we know that. Rat boy. But yeah, Randy the Macho Man Satterley with $20. Jaded Zen Entertainment with $15 challenge, so that's $35. And if the young man, let me see if I can find the guy that wants the book. Let me see if I can rattle his cage, because that'd be $35 right there.
I love how Cameron waited 5 minutes to drop that bomb. Like you could just tell he was.
I'd time you out again, Cameron, but that's
he had to wait. He didn't have much choice on that 5 minutes, did he?
But he was as soon as 5 minutes was up, boom.
Brian Thompson. Hey, Brian, we could desperately use your donation on buying the book tonight. We've only made $35 so far, so at least if you order the book, that will double our stance. Trying to get to at least $100 tonight. So let me know if you're still going to get the book. And if you tell me you're good for it, I'll count it. But he did say he was getting it tonight. Oh, I think he also mentioned he might. I think he also mentioned he might be late. Cameron, you better drop $3 on that goddamn badge. You're starting to irk me. I mean, I got a little sway with Kenny. Apparently not much, because he keeps saying you're welcome, and I keep saying no, Kenny, no, don't.
Fight, 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 fight.
He is so ready to get banned forever.
Isn't that a shame that he was in this chair just a couple days ago, and Bob was getting ready to lay the hammer down on him, where he can never be a guest on the show again? Isn't that a shame?
Next comment down.
And now once I can get nasty. Yeah. Only at the dinner table.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll
need to get a napkin.
We'll get Billy and Cameron on the show together.
This was the warning shot right here.
The rest of us will just drop off.
The rest of us just sit back and watch.
Lean back with a beer and a sandwich.
Several of your sandwiches. I know you relieved me of several of my sandwiches. I can do inventory. I got some basic math skills. I knew what was missing. I noticed a couple of cookies that weren't supposed to leave the house left. I noticed a couple of sandwiches that weren't supposed to leave the house left. But this little prick, and I'll just say it right now. You know he didn't eat the sandwich that you remember when I picked a sandwich up on the show and I started eating it? And then I had my fingers all over a part of it, hoping he wouldn't eat none of it. And then he went ahead. He ate down to where I was eating and nibbling on the sandwich.
Nub.
He ate to the nub and then left it. I said, aren't you going to eat the rest of it? No, man, I don't like to eat after a food. No, what? I watched that son of a bitch pick up food that rats had it. No offense, rat boy. I watched him pick up food that he dropped on the floor that a rat handed back to him. The food was so bad that they didn't want it. And then he ate it. And now, all of a sudden, well, I can't eat food that you've touched, King. Look at these hands. These ain't Donald Trump hands here.
King.
So no, he didn't eat the nub. So I ate the nub because I was the one who started eating on it to begin with. So I got bonus Italian, spicy Italian that day. Hi, Eunice. Honey, we're working on it. We're working on it. There's selfish people in here tonight, like Cameron and Billy Sellers. Hi, dads. Hello, Sir Bob Coltrane. Sending hugs. Oh, by the way, Coltrane, yes. I was talking to you about earlier, I think yesterday, that there's a big thing going on where somebody is trying to do a casting thing for Beauty and the Beast. You remember me talking to you about that?
Huh?
Well, check your goddamn inbox.
Goddamn inbox, and maybe you have to look in between the 18 TikToks that you
exactly. Y'all whiny bitchy little bunch over here. I'll tell you that. But yeah, I sent you a message about Beauty and the Beast, about one of the friends of the show that's trying.
Oh yeah. I did get that. I got that.
Did you get that? Can we get that ready to go? Because this is a big deal. I mean, if this works out, this will explain a lot of stuff that I've been seeing lately. But the Beauty and the Beast thing, and I think Eunice should be a part of that if it's at all possible. I think. Hang in there, Eunice. I know you're in school and everything, and she's trying to go pay the water bill today, which I haven't sent her the money yet. We're trying to raise the money here to get the water bill and she can get her valid ID for 700 pesos. Which is under $15. That's a pretty good buy in the Philippines. Oh, yeah. Billy just called somebody a smartass.
He's still fighting.
Billy probably has an extra $20 because we've told him to behave himself on Facebook. Billy's probably got an extra 20. Well, now Cameron is on disability leave right now because I punked him out one day. He thought he was tough. So I punked his ass out. I think he reached in the bag to get a sandwich he wasn't supposed to get, and he got his arm broke. So that happens. That happens. But yeah, I want to talk about that Beauty and the Beast project.
I'll be right back.
I want Cameron to explain to me why he doesn't have $3. David Martinez, you good for anything tonight? You've got money. Oh, the Cam moron. Trying to get back in our good graces. Trying to get back in the good graces of Jimmy Johns. Hoping I don't go to Kenny for a second visit saying, you need to ban that boy. Cam Moron has donated a $20 challenge. Thank you. I'm just working a little bit. Well, if you were working, it would be a little bit. That's for damn sure. I'm office.
Very little bit.
He's office, Bob. You can't ban him. He's office. What they used to tell Brock and Batista about me. He's office. You can't touch him. He's untouchable.
I'm surprised they didn't come back and say, well, he's sure not talent.
No, well, I think they were a little scared to do that. They knew that a word from Jimmy could end their contracts down here. You know what I didn't try yet, though, Bob? I didn't try the jalapeno chip. I'm hoping they ain't gonna be too hot for me. If not, I'll have to save them for Cameron. Cameron will eat anything spicy. So let's see what we got. I hear them in the iPods. For the. You all hear that?
We didn't hear the crunch. We can hear you. We hear that.
Not too spicy. Not too spicy. Give it a little bite.
That's what I love finding a food that has got some spice to it, but it's not like, hey, let me just melt your tongue.
Yeah.
You know, there's a difference between spicy and just hot for hot's sake. And I don't like things that are hot for hot's sake, but got a little bit of kick to it, like that kicking chicken, for example.
I was impressed with that. Also, I mean, I'm not saying it because they're sponsored, because if they had something I didn't like, I just wouldn't get it no more. Okay. Jalapeno chips are my new favorite. Just enough bite there to make it good. The kicking chicken and the spicy Italian just depends on what you're in the mood for. I mean, if you're in the mood for a chicken wrap, you ain't going to go wrong. I think Bob will agree with that, because he's had one. Did you get anything for your dad, or you go by yourself?
Oh, I was actually at a nerd convention, and we just got it there. An entire convention of nerds.
Well, if the WWE can load up backstage with Jimmy John's, I guess a nerd convention can do it as well. Did you see the picture to where this guy that was going to buy my book put Jimmy Uso in New York Mets gear? He didn't realize how talented. He says, Kenny, I fixed it because Uso was wearing
He's wearing the Reds skin, yeah.
For real, you know, he really had on a Reds hat in Newark, New Jersey, which tells me he's probably a Reds fan. If he's in Newark, New Jersey, he wasn't kissing the Mets ass. He was wearing a Reds hat.
Yeah.
So he puts a Mets hat and a Mets jersey on him. Well, AI has improved pretty good for me here lately. So within 4 seconds, I had him in a Reds jersey and a Reds hat. Sent it right back to, I said, I fixed your shitty picture in like 4 seconds. He goes, how'd you do this? I said, well, some things AI can do and some things can't. And now it ain't worth a shit at putting me with people. You know who'll put me with perfectly every time? Trump.
There you go.
It'll put me with Trump perfectly every time. But any other celebrities, it's like it's just terrified to even get close. It didn't do too bad putting me with Pete Rose. There was a figure that looked pretty close to Pete Rose. One is afraid and the other's glad of it. That's an old saying my parents used to have. Yeah, one's a chicken shit and the other one's damn glad of it. Okay, Michael Ryder must be watching the show. Michigan Mike with a $25 challenge. So, Bob, let me add up the nightly totals here. Randy the Macho Man Satterley with 20, which was 20 more than we had for an hour. $15 from Jaded Zen Entertainment. Cam Moron with the $20 challenge, because he knew that if he's going to keep about $30 worth of a Jimmy John's coming his way, he better do something. And Michigan Mike with 25. There we go. Right. So where's that get us?
$80.
80. So we're $20 shy of the 100. 120 would be about perfect for what we're looking to do tonight. No, that will not pay for any of the uniforms yet. I've told all the girls that are in high school and Honey Rose got informed today. She now has to have a uniform. She's in her 4th year of college. As she phrased to me today, I've been wearing civilian clothes ever since. I paid for her professor fees and tuition fees and got her set up to take the burden off of her parents to where we can get her through her senior year of college. Pay nothing monstrous. The tuition fees. We raise money here on the show to do about half of that. It was about $100. We raise. I use money out of my own pocket to pay her professor fees. It was $15, and a lot of that's printing charges for them to print out everything that they need for the professor. But now they got informed today that they have to start wearing uniforms to college in her senior year. They wouldn't let her enter the school today because she didn't have a uniform that she didn't know she's supposed to have.
And they stopped her at the door?
Stopped her at the door. Yeah, the guard, as she phrased it, and I'll send you the screenshot in case you think I'm making it up, because I could be. But no, they stopped her. The guard stopped me at the door because I was not in uniform that I didn't know I was supposed to have. Now, fortunately, in her case, she has one. She just hasn't had to wear it. But a lot of these kids are telling me, well, I switched grades. I got to have a new uniform. So 10th grade to 11th grade, you got to have another uniform?
Like different
I said,
colors?
don't they realize that? And they're $30 a pop. And I'm going, $30 buys a lot of food in the Philippines. That'll
they have
feed
to
you
buy
all.
the uniforms from the school, I bet, and then
No, they can go get the uniform anywhere. No, they don't have to buy it from the school.
that
If
would be
they
the
want
real
them all,
That's usually the
because
scam.
it tells the school that you go here. Okay, that's a fool.
Your enrollment sheet doesn't do that.
I'm looking forward to college football myself, Billy. I always love college football season.
Well, you're
And
looking forward to
college has
this.
College has the Beauty and the Beast. I've been hearing about this. So for all you Filipinos that have been getting all worked up out there wondering what happened to Bob, Bob turned off his AI generator and he casted to be a part of Beauty and the Beast with our good friend Eunice there. It's going to be a big Filipino hit. Going to be in all the theaters. And that's going to be a hit. I'll buy money to see that. I'll pay some money. What's that
that
cast? What's that?
You know that I had a terrible accident, and I can't help it. And you're making fun of my accident.
I just
Bob-
put it in fantasy background, and that's what popped up.
Bob lost his mind. A bunch of Filipinos are writing me one. What happened to Bob? I said he turned off his AI generator. Y'all didn't know.
Silly face. Oh, God, is that what Bob looks like for real?
It does
I
look like you
said,
had a stroke.
I said Bob can't get mad because and all these strokes we've had recently.
Oh, yeah.
Eunice's mother's one of them.
Yeah.
My family members. So Bob decides, well, I'll have a stroke on camera and post it on Facebook. Well, there you go.
I felt bad
How
about not
sensitive.
having one. I was missing out on having a stroke, and so
Well, you posted every reason for none of us to have a stroke on camera. You please somebody kick me out of here if y'all see me having a stroke during the show.
Oh, yeah,
don't
for
need
real.
that.
If you start
It's okay.
snoring.
Yeah. It's
Or if you
okay.
see him just grab his left
Get
arm.
your head down.
We're not worried.
Yeah, just I'm going to die vain, so just kick me out of here so no one sees me ugly when I die.
Like,
Shut
I
up,
think we're
Bob.
going to go ahead and wrap the show
Band
up early today.
Hammer coming through.
Oh God, Cameron, comedy's hard.
No.
And I'm going to go there, Bob. Hey, Cameron, unlike your penis, comedy's hard. Now that's funny. See, I got a laugh right there. It's timing, Cameron. Timing. and effort.
There you go. There you go.
Oh God.
You got to learn to tell the comedy jokes with the timing and the things. You know.
I'll tell you who was a horrible stand-up comedian was Joe Rogan.
Oh God.
Oh,
yeah.
they ran a highlight reel. Comedy Central did an expose on him, showing that he was the worst character on news radio, and he was.
Mhm. Oh, he was.
And his character was Joe that likes to hit things because he had this Taekwondo background. And he had to quit that because he was getting his bell rung a lot. He got in some type of ultimate fighting, and he had to quit because he admitted he was getting knocked stupid. He was concerned of dying in the ring because he was getting hit in the head so much. And so at least he had the good sense to do that. And I've told people how stupid he is. He's got to be the dumbest man
Oh yeah.
to
He's
have
not
such a
intelligent.
successful podcast. And they said he often admits he's not that bright. How did he catch on? But then again, I
The
should have
bros.
done it. I should have done it because if you can speak with any enthusiasm whatsoever and blow Trump, you got a successful podcast.
It's
So
just
why
the bro
why
crowd.
did not decide to make millions of dollars and just
Yes.
blow Trump and pocket my money? I mean,
Because you
I
couldn't
screwed
live
up.
with yourself doing that.
Well, there you go. I couldn't live with myself doing it. And I saw who's that
Have
big
you tried?
fat
Yeah,
No, I
haven't
haven't.
tried, then
Not
you
yet.
might
Not
wanna say,
yet.
you know
Not
what?
yet. I haven't
Not
tried
so-
yet.
Well, and he appeals to that
Awesome.
bro culture that's really not that intelligent anyway. They just punch each other in the arm. And drink
It doesn't.
beer
It doesn't take
you know?
much. But
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk, and then I saw the Shapiro guy today. Does he have one of my
Ben Shapiro?
industrial string? Is that his name?
Yeah. Ben
He's got the
Shapiro
big-
and
he's got the
Charlie
big
bitch
eyebrows?
ass Kirk.
I got a big ass black Sharpie around here, and if I really wanted to have big dark black eyebrows, I'd reach for that Sharpie and I'd have them. He looks like he draws his eyebrows on Shapiro, and then you got Charlie Kirk, who I've watched educated people eat him alive.
Oh my God.
I mean,
And
first
it's
and
funny.
second year college students just eat him alive.
Mhm.
no, but yeah, but all these bro things have all caught on.
Yeah.
And someone asked me years ago,
What's a big fraternity?
why don't Democrats have big time successful podcasts? That's because we don't like being told what to do or how to think.
Mm-hmm.
And who does and Republicans have always liked that ever since I've been around.
But they're the ones that tell you they're the free thinkers, though.
Oh, it happened to me yesterday. I call him a friend. He works at the airport, and his name's Chris, no family member, and he works at the airport, and he's a big Trumper, but he's been a lifelong family friend since the early 80s. And I try to cut him some slack and just say, okay, he's stupid. He don't know no better. So he writes me. He works at the airport on the night shift. And he writes me last night, and he sends me this clip. He sends me this clip of the NFL, people on Reddit or somewhere being all upset because the NFL is now going to be affiliated with Disney and ESPN.
Oh, get over
And
it.
I wrote him. I said, man, I don't have my glasses on. Summarize for me. What's going on? He says, well, a lot of the fans are upset because now they think NFL is going to be too woke. So here's what I said. And if this offends anybody, then get over it. I said, well, here's what I want the NFL to do. I said, I want all the quarterbacks to be transgender, mandatory. If you're going to be a quarterback, you got to be transgender. I want them not to be able to be tackled. They will wear, and I'm going to be specific on how I say this. They will wear flags. And in order to bring them down, you have to pull the flag that will only be hanging externally from the rear. That's the only way that you can tackle the transgender quarterbacks. Mandatory, every team in the league's got to have a transgender quarterback. Now, the center, we got to have centers. The center will be the most racist, white, homophobic, racist piece of shit white people that went to an SEC college that you can find. If you went to the SEC and you're white, you're qualified to be a center for the transgender quarterback.
Oh, you should be
the wide receivers could possibly be very much that. They will be the wide receivers. The running backs, the tight ends. There's only one way to find out. There's only one way to find out. Don't walk up behind the center. Go up behind the tight end, and then you tell us, transgender quarterback, how tight that end is. I said, now, is that woke enough for you, you little bitch? And he said, why are you getting on me? I just told you what it said. I said, you told me that because you're upset because you think the NFL is going to be too fucking
You're
woke.
one of them.
Grow the fuck up. You are one. And then he tells me about, he said, well, why you got so much hate on Hogan? Look what he did for the wrestling business. I said, well, Hulk Hogan did. Turboleo was a piece of shit. I didn't go that deep into it the day he died, but if his own daughter told him to shove $23 million up his ass and she cut, she kind of acted like he cut her out of his life. And then she contacted him and said, hey, shove your fucking inheritance up your ass.
Well, he did refuse to see her twins. He's never saw her kids before.
But she married a white guy, right?
Oh yeah.
Are
like
the
a hockey
twins,
player or something.
Are the twins not of white descent?
They look pretty white to me.
Pretty white to you. Well, you would know. You would know.
But he wasn't interested. It's your first grandkids. How could you not be interested in that?
Man, so if that don't tell you somebody's a piece of shit, I don't know what does.
Right.
I don't know what does. And if you
if
feel
my daughter's
differently,
pregnant, I'm on a plane to, spend a couple months with her.
even if I did it, right? Even if it was me.
Mm-hmm. Even if you were pregnant.
Well, there's been people accuse me of that at one point. So he says, yeah, I can't believe you talk that way about Hogan, brother. I said, well, that tells me that you're a racist little shitbag, because you're sure lining yourself up with plenty of them. You're a Trump supporter. You love Hogan. You love the broadcast. You never see my show. Why? Because we tell you all the shit you don't fucking want to hear. So, and I lit him up. He might be, and I didn't block him or anything. And as a matter of fact, the guy that was concerned about who some of my sponsors aligned themselves with, I said, well, you bought a Tesla, asshole. From a racist, homophobic, Hitler saluting, Nazi, pro-Nazi, anti-Semite. And I've never heard anybody bitch more about anti-Semites than you, but you brag that everybody in your synagogue has a Tesla. Well, apparently all of you have a line then. And I said, if I ban everybody that voted for Trump or donated to Trump, and that I can't shop at Kroger, I can't shop at Walmart, and a lot of them donate to both parties to get the heat off from them. But you only hear, well, they donated to Trump. Well, they donated to Biden too. I hear a lot of that to where they donate to both. Now, Costco seems to be a pretty liberal organization from what I've seen. They don't bow down to a lot of that shit, but a lot of the stores do. So if I eliminate everybody that had anything to do with Trump, my purchase options are going to go way the hell down. But then again, if you're all in bed with them, and you just totally blow them all the time, then, then I could certainly make the choice. I don't want to spend my money with you. But if they're donating to both parties, then they're just trying to be, baby faces and play it down the middle, which I hear is what Kroger and Walmart and several other organizations have done. So
now, is there any truth to that his dad was associated with Nazis somehow?
Who's dad?
Elon.
I don't know.
Or his grandparents. It was his grandparents from.
I've heard that same thing, but obviously he's
never had it confirmed. Well, yeah.
Obviously he's going to deny it, and like I said, I've got Elon Musk, not Elon Musk. Well, maybe I've got Anthony Scaramucci coming on the 28th, and I even told Anthony, I said I'll be the bigger guy, and if you all are still in on this third party thing, let's invite Mark Cuban on for 10-15 minutes to talk about the 25-year anniversary of me and him launching John Cena's career. And if you want to invite Elon Musk, I'll be the bigger man. Yeah, I've said some shit about him, but I'll be the bigger man and hear what he's got to say, because I'm still not convinced it's not a work. And here's my proof that it might not be a work. Elon has just donated to a shitload of Republican senators and congressmen's bids for re-election. Doesn't sound like he's too pissed off at Trump to me if he's been dropping $5 and $10 million, which is a lot of money in a congressional and a Senate race. For one guy to donate $5 or $10 million, and he's done it in several races, I'm not so sure there ain't a little bit of a work going on there with Elon and Trump working the best that they fucking know how to do. All of a sudden, he knows that Trump is in the Epstein files. Well, of course he knows. His little Doge fucks went through there, and they know everything that's in there. They know. But when you hire 1,000 FBI agents to work 24-hour shifts to redact everything that your name is in, and according to what a lot of people are saying on the news, is that Trump's name has been removed over 1,000 times.
Jesus.
Over 100,000 pages of documents. And they said well over 1,000. That is, the insiders have said his name has been redacted well over 1,000 times, over 100,000 pages of documents.
So that's definitely over some years.
And they said the more Trump talks, the more he tells you he's scared to death, and he knows he's got some bad shit in there. And then I had one person say, well, why would Trump want to release the Epstein files if he knows for a fact he's in it? Trump wants to release the Epstein, but number one, to get elected. Number two, if he's elected, he controls what's get released for the most part. And number three, he knows that he can get this shit redacted like he's doing now with Pam Bondi. Apparently, a lot of the people that were under Trump didn't realize Trump was all over the place in the thing. Well, when you buddy with somebody for 20 or 25 years and you go to his private island 7 times, what do you think happened? If one of my wrestling buddies had a private island where horrible things were going on and I went there 7 times, that'd be a hard goddamn thing to talk myself out of. When there's parties going on in his home that I refuse to be a...
If you went one time and you said, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
But even if you went the one time, you probably had a good clue what was going on.
Probably knew what was going on.
So I'm not even giving Bill Clinton a pass, but he was on the flight log once, but Trump knew he was there 78 times. We did that math the other day.
Well, it could have been like when Denzel went to a Diddy party and he left 10 minutes later cussing Diddy out about how he don't respect people and shit, So he showed up and realized what
I haven't even heard that, but I could see him doing that.
Oh, there's a video of it, yeah. He's screaming, "You don't respect no fucking body." And
yeah. So, well, and obviously he doesn't.
Yep. So he was at a Diddy party, but
Rat Boy's feeling guilty.
Time,
What's Rat Boy saying? Rat Boy already feeling guilty.
I didn't vote for either one of them. I'm in the middle. Dude,
how can you be in the middle, man? Pick a side.
Nobody's in the middle. Nobody.
There is a lesser of
that means you're on the right, but you don't want to say it.
Yeah, I was an independent, and the only reason I was an independent, not because I couldn't make up my mind between Republican and Democrat, is because there was actually a couple of decent Republicans out there that if they were running for president, I would have strongly considered voting for, and John McCain is one of them. A lot of things me and McCain didn't line up with, but he had guts and balls to stand up to Trump. And I respected the hell out of him for that. And if he had ran for president and I thought he was healthy enough to do the job and mentally sound enough to do the job and not claim that his uncle was this MIT with accolades he never got and that his uncle taught the Unabomber who was not in existence yet and didn't come into fruition.
Why would that be a
11,
proud
12 years
moment
later.
anyway?
Yeah, he seemed awful proud of it. And small separation between genius and psycho. But no, it didn't happen. And he keeps telling the story over and over. Then the other great one he's telling over and over and over again is that I'm cutting prescription drugs 500%, 800%, 1,500%. And then he drops back to 600%. What is he doing? So in other words, if your prescription drug costs $1,000, and I got family members that have to pay $10,000 if they stay here in this country to get them. So let's say your prescription drug costs $1,000, and there's a lot of them out there that do. I've got some that are nearly $1,000 if I had to pay for them. And if they cut it 100%, what's the price, Coltrane? If they cut let's say they cut my $999 prescription, 100%, what's my new price?
Zero.
There it is. There it is. Good math. If they cut my prescription price 200%, what's my new price?
You get $200.
Minus.
No, they pay me $999. If they cut it 200%.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. There you
If
go.
they cut it 200, if they cut it 1,500%, I think I get close to $15,000.
Something like that.
At least 14,000.
I'll
I
take
mean,
my
I want
meds.
more medicines. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I need.
So
3
yeah, I love what Trump wants to do, but he ain't gonna do it. Yeah, we're gonna pay you $15,000. That's on $1,000 prescription.
Where's
now,
our
if
Doge
it's
checks, by the way?
if it's a $10,000 prescription, then you just made $1.5 million,
Nice.
give or take. If you cut it 150% on a $10,000, you just okay.
Walmart.
And the funny part is how it's
Cut
repeated.
Out of business.
Cut me. But it's not that he said it once and realized how stupid it was. He has said this at like 8 different press conferences, and no one stops him.
Oh, and people repeat it.
He will keep repeating it, and no one will say, "Mr. President, if you do it 150%,
The math ain't mathing, sir.
yeah, if you do it 150%, we're going to be giving
Sir,
people
Sir
1.5 million
Scott
dollars."
Steiner's called. He's confused.
Yeah, sir. So
He came up to me
I
and
don't
said,
know.
"Sir," with a tear
And like I
in
said,
his
we're
eye.
not telling you who
Math
to vote
ain't
for. We're not telling you who to vote for, Republican or Democrat. But when your person you worship claims that his father taught the Unabomber, who was not in existence yet, or not his father, but his uncle, claims he's got accolades that he never had because they easily looked it up and saw he had none of those degrees that he claimed he had. And when he can't do basic simple math, and there's a highlight reel of him slurring words together, but yet they want to say Biden's mentally incompetent. Well, he wasn't all there. I'll be the first to tell you that. I mean, hell, you can watch him. No, the debate was an absolute disaster, and I don't care what excuse they use. If you're not mentally ready to get into a debate with somebody, don't do it. It was like when that guy that went to Harvard come on this show and tried to debate me once with my basic little high school education. Well, he got his ass handed to him. And he's been invited to come back on and debate me about Teslas and why they think it's cool that they have them, even though they don't like anti-Semites. And I'm waiting on him to show up. He's got an open invitation. I didn't block him. He can come on here anytime he wants, bring his little Harvard degree with him. And I dare you to show up, but you won't.
Just have it with him.
Because you're going to get your ass handed to you because you're going to look like a fool that you bought a Tesla from an anti-Semite, but you're worried about who my sponsors align with, even though they're franchise stores, not corporate stores, so that you have no way to know who they fucking align with, but yet you tried to start some shit.
I bet he
So-
has my pillow too.
But you have, sure he does, but you have an open invitation if you want to bring your heart, because you once said the first time you debated me that I didn't want any of you because you have a Harvard degree and you're a debate champion. Well, that didn't go real well, did it?
He was a master debater.
He
Yeah.
is that.
I tried to never master debate before a big event.
I tell you what, I cannot do Steiner math. I will never claim to. And I had a family member got to meet him at a the thing we did in Evansville. Biggest thrill of his life was to get to sit down and have a conversation with Scott Steiner.
Really?
Oh my God. Well, for Steiner math and the workout regiment. Where'd Bob go? So you gotta go bathroom?
You got pee-pee.
Bob, put some goddamn clothes on when you do the show. Seriously.
Just a shirt and nothing.
All right. Let's see if we ever got to 100. Where were we at? 80? I guarantee you we're still there because no one said anything.
I ain't heard no ding-lang.
Well, I'm wrong. Oh, there it is. There it is. Thank you, Brian Thompson.
All right.
Brian Thompson, 35. If man is still alive, if woman can survive, we will die.
To Conrad, right?
In the year 2510. All right. Without looking it up, what song am I singing and who sings it?
Say
in
it again.
The year 2510, I think we're going to do this all over again, or something like that. But the song is called In the Year 2525.
I've never heard that. Who's that by?
Oh, my God. You have to hear it. It is a great song. It's done by Zager and Evans. In the year 2525. If man is still alive, will we
When did
survive?
that come out? Like in the 70s?
Very early 70s. I heard it on 117 East Main when I lived there. Dad was in prison, so it would have been. That's a good reference. Dad was in prison for cattle rustling. Last man ever convicted of cattle rustling. In
watermark moment there.
We all got something to be. We all got something to be proud of.
There you go.
And hang on here. Brian Thompson, send me your mailing address, and your book will go out. A lot of people go, no, it won't. Your book will go out one day next week.
Make sure Thompson is your shoot last name, by the way.
Yeah, make sure. Make sure. I've got people that have had some surgeries this week that they're recovering from, and I have to wait for that before I can get assistance going to the post office. Maybe the next time Cam
George still just popped on. Mine.
What's that?
Came on looking like George Steele. Mine.
Watermark, I'd call a guy.
That's why I had to leave. Had a stroke.
Oh, Cameron. Almost.
Post that up there.
This man.
Boo! Everybody, boo! Boo! Your comedy sucks. Your Joe Rogan quality. Oh my God! Oh my!
Only good thing Joe Rogan did do was expose Carlos Mencia, because I couldn't stand it.
Help me out. Did he pull his weenie out or something?
He was stealing everybody's jokes. Like he would take like 7 minutes of people's sets and use it as his own. And
Cornette does that. No one calls him out.
Oh well, Joe Rogan got on stage and called him out while he was doing it.
Okay.
This was at that comedy store that Mitzi Shore used to own.
Yeah. Okay. No, I didn't know he did that, and I don't know who Carlos Mencia is.
Well, that's why you don't.
That's why I don't, because
when Dave Chappelle decided not to do the show anymore, Carlos Mencia had a show that replaced
now
it.
Dave Chappelle is a funny son of a bitch.
Oh, he's funny and educated. Like he just
and George Carlin quality, funny and educated.
Yes.
And because you look at George Carlin, education is not the first place you're going to throw him.
Nope.
But man, you don't. He would get on these political shows and sit there with these politicians, these senators and congressmen, and what's his name, Bill Maher. Back when he did Politically Incorrect on ABC. And nobody would fuck with George Carlin.
Right.
They might think they were going to fuck with him because he's sitting there in his little T-shirt and his hair pulled back, all greasy and shit. And then he would just eat you alive with facts.
Right.
And common sense. Facts and common sense are fucking scary.
Oh, they are.
They're fucking scary. Billy says everything's okay. But no, Cameron, we will make sure that no, you didn't say they were good, and none of us are going to say they were good. Comedy's hard. I
Super
forgot.
hard.
Oh, that's a South Park line. Yeah. Comedy's hard.
Okay.
Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad.
Good boy, Cameron.
Damn. Did we mention that tonight's show was brought to you by the good folks at Jimmy John's at, I think it's 976 Baxter Avenue. If it ain't, we're close. Type it into your navigational system. It'll get you there.
They have a slogan
there on the corner. Jimmy John's. What was the slogan we had earlier today?
If you don't want what you feed,
was it, Bob? If you don't want
Yeah.
what you feed your
If you
meat,
don't
then
want
go
what
get all
you
the
feed
meat
your
you can
meat,
eat.
The
or something like
gargantuan.
that. The gargantuan. If you
Yep.
don't want what you feed your meat, just ask for the gargantuan.
There
That's
you
what
go.
you need to do.
There you go.
And oh god, so yeah,
Watch
I'm
that
going to be
pop up on
reaching
a
out.
commercial.
I will be reaching out to Dairy Queen and Buffalo Wild Wings once they get settled in up here at the new location. I know where they're going now because there's a nail salon that's closed and gone elsewhere. So they're going to be moving into the nail salon building. And and by the way, the Jimmy John's location up here, if you want to dine in and eat, there's lots of 2-seater booths there right as you walk in. Go further back, you got some expanded tables, and it seats, I think he said, roughly 80 people indoors, and then there's some seating outdoors, which I'm looking forward to because no one loves the fall weather more than I do. Once the leaves start changing and the high temperatures are 68 degrees and the lows are 55 or 50, I will be sitting up there, out there on their picnic tables, having
Somebody's
me.
Persistent.
When can I come on your show, Billy? When did I say you? Throw it up there, Billy. When did I say you could come on my show? I've already answered this question for you, unless you forgot, unless you haven't took your meds today. When did I say you could come on the show? And let's see what
Well, you might
answer
be
you
distracted by some young lady, though.
Well, yeah.
He loves brownies and sex. So, I mean,
He does. Don't we all? Don't we all? And or the pumpkin spice cookie. I know Halloween, that ought to be a major seller, man. That pumpkin.
Oh, hell yeah.
God.
well, do you see that because of
that,
tariffs? Now the pumpkin spice coffees and all that shit is going to go up like 50%.
Oh, gee. Well, my boss got hit. My boss is a big Trumper, and my boss, Kitty, I don't think I like Trump anymore. I said, really? What happened? Been trying to educate you for about 8 years now, and he says, last year we paid $66,000 in tariffs. I said, that's a lot of money. He said, yeah, it ain't what it's going to be this year. This year, with the proposed tariffs, with everything we got sitting at the ports waiting to be picked up, $350,000 in tariffs.
Jesus.
As opposed to $66,000 last year. So he's got an option: pay the $350,000 and raise prices, which is what he's looking at doing, or hoping that chicken shit backs down here within the next 30 days. He's going to let the shit sit in the port a little bit longer, and hope that dipshit caves in and brings those tariffs down. But they've tariffed the shit out of steel and raw steel and shit like that in China. And, of course, our feature item is that waterless, greaseless cookware, which is made of 7 layers of titanium stainless steel. And it's very costly. And
there's a lot of pharmaceuticals that's about to go up, too, because of that.
Yeah.
From Canada.
I was selling that cookware back in 1984. And they've done everything they can not to raise prices on that cookware because it's always been expensive.
Now, here's where you can tell it's all bullshit because they put tariffs on coffee from Brazil. We don't grow that shit here. So how is that supposed to bring any kind of?
Oh well, that's what one of Trump's blowers on that was on like MSNBC or one of them today. He said, "Well, we can always just buy from somewhere else." They said, "Where are we going to buy our coffee? We do not grow coffee here. Very few bananas come from it. Maybe Florida."
Hawaii has a few crops of coffee, but that's like a specialized like $17 for a small bag.
Now, I'm not a coffee drinker, but our friends in the Philippines are. I haven't met a Filipino yet that doesn't start their day with coffee. I don't care how poor they are; they're getting their coffee.
Oh shit, me too.
They're gonna punk somebody's ass out to get some coffee. So we're up to 10. We've been here an hour and 43. I just announced it on the show. Get that goddamn Mets logo off your background. You start promoting those Cincinnati Reds. The Reds now have 60 wins. Now, I have not watched today's game. I might have some bad news waiting on me. Pittsburgh's had our damn number. But, yes, I did get it, Brian. Make sure to send me your mailing address. People started laughing like I was actually going to send you the book. I promise you eventually. Should go out one day next week. I've got family members that have had surgeries this week, and I need help getting to the post office. And either that or Cameron might be able to help me with it. Cam Moron. Trust me, he's going to be over here marching to Jimmy John's with a smile on his ugly face. I didn't mean to call him ugly, but he does show his profile picture. Right, Billy? I got to have my coffee. Well, I'm glad that's one thing I'm not addicted to, the way the goddamn prices. It's bad enough with soft drinks, the way you used to get them 4 12-packs for $10, and now Kroger brags, buy 2, get 2 free. Well, the buy the 2 is $24.
Yeah,
$11.99.
That's like 8 something each. Yeah.
What has happened that soft drinks should go up that much since COVID? You got me.
Probably some syrup somewhere.
Well, so they can't grow enough corn to make high fructose corn syrup.
Is that what it is?
And that's
Well, Trump did want them to start making it from real cane. Yeah, Trump claimed he ordered Coke to start making their soft drinks with real cane sugar, and Coke says, no, he didn't.
We
and
shouldn't
no, we
be
ain't.
Tide, Tyler. It's bad for you.
Especially the pods.
Quit drinking Tide. I'm telling you right now. Don't do it. Rat Boy.
Billy got to have his coffee.
Rat Boy. Oh, God.
Coffee
this
brownies.
Is fighting. This is fighting words. Rat Boy just wrote me. He says, I look like Train. Oh,
you should be.
I'm sorry.
That's it.
Yes, I did get it. I just need your mailing address. Okay. Yeah, he's checking to see if I got his and technically a donation. Oh, by the way, my sweet little Kimberly, who we got some rice for yesterday. Sweet little Kimberly, and she's the one that we are also trying to raise the money. Is there anybody out there watching the show right now? Because we got a lot of money going out tonight. Kimberly needs bras and panties. Somebody out there that likes the bras and draws. There you go. I like that. That's good. She sent me pictures, and just stop it. Just stop with the dirty shit, especially Bob. She sent me pictures of her panties with holes in them. Not her wearing them, but she's a senior in high school this year. She turns 18 on August the 12th.
Those are church draws.
It's holy. It's holy. It's a special date for me, which most of you know why, because here that will be August the 11th. But her birthday, she turns 18 years old. She desperately needs, and we got her tennis shoes, we got her dress shoes, we got I think 50 kilograms of rice. I think she sent me a picture of her with it. I forward some of those pictures to Bob and Train of some of the young ones that do the English speaking for the family that got their 50 and 25 kilograms of rice. But she keeps telling me, Daddy, I need bras and draws, as Coltrane was saying. It's about $35 to get her 5 bras and 12 pair of panties. That's where she found a deal on them at, and I think it was like $34. Is there anybody out there that could sponsor? And I'll be honest with you, Randy Satterley tried to do that, but then she says, we have no food. I said, well, we can get you bras and draws for your birthday. I think you should take the $35 and buy food now. So Randy basically bought them a sack of rice, Randy Macho Man Satterley. So the bras and draws had to go on hold. So if there's anybody out there that can sponsor her that, because we do got a lot of money going out to various other families in need tonight. $100 has already gone out before we even did the show. So if there's anybody out there that can do that, it would be greatly appreciated. We're also going to look for a sponsor of StreamYard because we want to stay here. We got so much stuff loaded here. We got all of our fancy logos and everything. I'm glad Bob didn't do the fireworks background because that background is busy. We didn't use it for the 4th of July, but you almost get sore eyes looking at all those fireworks in the background. And so I'm glad he went with the powder blue tonight. It's a little easier on the eyes. And so
it's like the swimming pool floor is what that is.
Yeah, I guess that's what that is. Yeah. And and I love the fall one. I used that the other day just so I felt cool doing the mentally doing the show. Where did my money go? In my fucking back pocket because I spent that money.
I don't play about my money.
I spent that money 3 fucking months ago when you pledged it. Now, actually, in all honesty, not all of your money went in my back pocket because we still had people that needed help. But no, I used your money when you pledged it 3 months ago to help people. And then when you didn't, it put me in a bad way. So most of it was meant to go in my back pocket, but I'd say a good 50 or 60 of it went to help people. And then the other 90 went in my bank account, if that's all right with you.
So.
Where'd my money go, Kenny? Didn't lie to you, did I? Didn't lie to you. The girls are loving getting their superhero pictures. I've fallen in love with black and white Superman. I think that's a cool. You'd look good as black and white Superman. Train,
probably
black and white Superman. Big ass on your hat there, just white cape, black and white suit.
Like
so I made a lot of
Cowboy Superman. That would be
Cowboy Superman.
The outlaw Superman.
and he's banging Beyonce on a nightly basis. Hey, I might cast that role myself. So
I'd even take the second one. What's her name?
But no, Billy, we'd already spent your money the first time. of the two. But like I said, you're still going to get your poster. I got the certificate of authenticity here for you, and you're still going to get your dog leash once we get your other 90. I'm hoping most of that gets to go in my back pocket because I've already spent that money when you pledged it. Because normally, like with Billy Thompson, that was a famous player for the Louisville Cardinals. Number 55, Billy Thompson, Louisville Cardinals national championship team, 1980. I'm sorry, 86. 1980 was the Dr. Duncan, Daryl Griffith, number 35. I was rambling on about stuff. Black and white Superman. So a lot of the girls like getting superhero costumes. And they said it just makes them feel good about themselves to see themselves looking like a superhero or in the fancy futuristic clothes or maybe in a white dress. And I put them in things that they, I guess it could be deemed as teasing them and putting you in shit you can't afford to have. One of the girls keeps writing me wanting a red bathing suit. I said, well, do you want to eat or do you want a red bathing suit? And she's, well, I really want a red bathing suit. I said, yeah, but I'd like to see you eat. So, and the red bathing suit is $20, or about $20. $20 buys a lot of food in the Philippines. So why don't we eat? And then if we get some big donations later, I got your medication. Listen to Ghost. You want to talk about getting fucked over? Listen to this, Bob. You remember the Ghost promised to get me a $60 bottle of those gummies. It was going to make my knee pain go away. Going to help my elbows, the crick in my neck.
Going to deliver it on Saturday.
Going to improve my vision. Make me breathe better. Make me sleep like a baby.
Make your junk bigger.
Yeah. It could do all that. And he's at $60 a bottle. And he's, I'm going to drop it off to you Saturday night. Well, Saturday night came and went, and the pills didn't. When are you going to drop them off to me? So I thought maybe the next night. No, they didn't show up. So I'm going to get them to you soon. I said, no, Karen McDonald, no, we ain't playing that shit. I said, hey, man, just get me the goddamn medication or I'll just fucking buy it myself. Are you getting me the $60 worth of gummies? Let me try them for a month. Or no, and if the answer is no, then I'll just go fucking buy the goddamn things myself. Language gets a little sharp at 11 o'clock sharp here in case you haven't noticed.
On that time.
No, King, I got you. So he drops me off the bottles, the bottle of the gummies. And he says, King, did you find the bottle? No, because I'm looking for this good-sized bottle of gummies on my doorstep. King, I put them under the towel where the cat food is. Okay, so I look under the towel and there's nothing there. The bottle had rolled up against the wall, and it's a little bitty secondhand prescription bottle. And I said, yeah, I found it. He said, yeah, I got 6 gummies in there for you to try. Well, that's 1/10 of what you promised me, you asshole. Well, you're guinea pigging it, Kenny. We're going to see if it works. Yeah, well, why didn't you just get me the $60 bottle? Let me try them for a month and see if they work. Well, try these, and if they work, I'll get you some more. Yeah, when? It took 2 weeks to get these. So, yeah, that's Ghost. Ghost brings me over 1/10 of what he promised me. But that's more than Karen McDonald did. Karen McDonald didn't give me 1/10 of what he owed me. By the way, hello, Brian Thompson. He notices that the train and Bobby Bangs are here.
By the way.
Speaking of bangs, this is courtesy of Neutrogena. I did not blow dry tonight. I just ran a brush through it, and for those of you noticing that the hair is getting a little long, a little thick, the guy upstairs, not God, but my neighbor named T, offered to come down here and scissor cut my hair on Monday. And he said, if you'll wash it and have it wet for me, I'll come down and scissor cut it for you free of charge. I said, well, but I did get an appointment with my regular statistician / hair girl over at the Fantastic Sam's, and finally Thursday I get scheduled back in. So you got to put up with this shit for 1 or 2 more shows. I don't know if we're doing anything this weekend or not. We shall see. Billy Sellers, you couldn't muster up, just out of the goodness of your heart, $20 more to get us to where we need to be. Come on, Billy.
I gotta go to bed, Phil.
Don't. Yeah. No, your handlers didn't come and get you tonight. They forgot you. They just left you out on They left him out on the poach. He's waiting for his pumpkin spice. He's waiting for his pumpkin spice cookie. That's what he's doing.
With his Afghan across his lap.
Oh, good God. Let's see. Brian Thompson. There's his address. Oh my God, he lives in Oklahoma. He ain't got no money. Let's see. We got Bebe's watching the show. Little Bebe. Eunice says, "I love you, Dad, but only if you get me my water bill paid and Mama's therapy and my license." Well, okay. Conditional love. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
It's called a
wrong with that.
transaction.
Called a transaction. That's what it is. Rat Boy, I look like Train. Have you seen the real picture of Rat Boy, Train?
I have, yeah. Yeah, remember you had that. The
Rat Boy's got a deceptive fucking mirror in his house. Is what Rat Boy got. I don't know what Rat Boy's looking at, but it ain't the same mirror that I got. I'll tell you that. My mirror's not that big of a fucking liar. Glad Kenny's gone. Doesn't hear me on here talking like this. I hope he don't hear anything about it.
Oh, he's from Compton. He's heard worse.
If he's from Compton, he has probably heard
Yeah, I
a
guarantee
tad
it.
worse than what he's heard here tonight. Well, I don't want to make anybody jealous, but when this show wraps up, I'm going to be finishing off my jalapeno chips.
Man.
I'm going to eat my sexual chocolate brownie. No offense, Mark Henry. No offense, Mark Henry. I've got a sandwich and a half left of the kicking chicken.
Damn.
Bob beat me to it. I didn't know he'd already had it. And
Night, Billy boy.
and I got 24 inches of Italian spicy. My goddamn ear.
And when these people say these are 8 inches, it's not like when your girlfriend lies and it's
No,
6.
these are legit 8-inch, and I cut 8 inch. I cut 8 inches in half, just like I do for my ladies, and 4 inches turns out to be enough. And I eat the 4, and then I go back
half a
and
tank
eat
of
4 more
gas and
later.
get you there.
No, you thought you wanted 8. 4 was enough. There's no
Once
sense
you get
filling
past
up on
these
8.
parts,
You thought you wanted 8 inches. It turned out 4 was plenty.
it's
And
okay
we'll
once
give
you
you 4
get
more,
past these parts.
and we'll give you 4 more later tonight. It's like the guy that walked into the bar and he sees his ex-girlfriend sitting there with this guy, and he walks up. It's 11 o'clock. I'll get by with it. The guy walks up to his ex-girlfriend and the new guy, and they're both sloshed. They're both drunk, and he just slaps him on the back and says, "Hey, what do you think of that used pussy you're getting?" And the guy looks back at him. He says, "Well, it ain't that bad once you get past the used part." Yeah, that's a Jimmy John Subway joke if I ever heard one. All right. Well, we wrap this thing up with filth, just like we knew we would do.
That's what you gotta do.
Hey, one more time before we go.
And Becky
wanna
wasn't even here.
No, she wasn't even here. She was. I'll take all 4. I want to see that meme again because I want to see that movie, The Beauty and the Beast. Somebody put
We'll
a
be
lot of
back
time in
on
it.
Tuesday. We'll see you
No,
guys.
no. Somebody put a lot of time in there. It is.
Well, we're out of here.